Hello, everyone. Welcome to the webinar today. I'm your host, Coyote Abbas, and I am very excited. I'm very happy to have you here on this webinar today. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining, please let us know where you're joining from. Introduce yourself. Tell me who you are, your name, and what you do, and where you're joining from. So let me know those people that are on the call now. Let me know who you are, where you're joining from, what you do. And I'm excited to have you on this webinar today. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting one for you. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to learn a lot. There's so much that I'm looking forward to share with you this evening. And I hope you are ready to take in and consume all of this knowledge that I'm going to give you this evening. So if you are just joining us, please put your name in the comments. Let me know where you're joining from, and also be kind enough to let me know also what you expect to learn or what you expect to take away from this webinar. So if you're joining, please leave where you're joining from. Introduce yourself in the comments. Let me know where you're joining from and what you hope to get from this webinar. So it's only Godwin Emmanuel that I can see. Hello, Godwin. Let me know what you do and where you're joining from. Godwin Emmanuel, let me know where you're joining from and what you do. And the rest of you, I'm waiting also. Please introduce yourself. Tell me where you're joining from and what it is that you do. Okay. Yes, you're from Nigeria. I know you're from Nigeria, Godwin. And yeah, looking forward to learning. Okay. Bolanle, hello. Please let me know where you're joining from and what you do. Magvata Upload, welcome. Let me know where you're joining from. Okay, Dexter Paul from Abuja, I see you. Thank you. You are the only one that has followed instruction in this on this call. Faith from Abuja, well done. I see you as well. Chidera, welcome, well done. Thank you. Yeah, you're a business person now living in Lagos. So if you're joining us, please introduce yourself. Let me know what you do, where you're joining from, and also if you can tell us what you hope to get out of this webinar at the end of the day. That will be helpful. That will help me also to tailor this webinar, to you in particular, right? So let me know where you're joining from and what it is that you do and what you want to take away from this webinar. Thank you guys for joining. So we're going to start pretty soon. If you can hear me, please introduce yourself. Let's know where you're joining from and what you do. Awesome. I'm seeing all of the responses in the group. I love this. I love all of you that are joining, that are commenting. It shows how active you are, and that is fantastic. And also it shows that you follow instructions, which is key for success. For you to be able to for you to be able to succeed, I mean, in this life, you have to be able to follow instructions from people that have gone ahead of you, right? So if you're joining, let us know where you're joining from and what you do and what you hope to get from this webinar. Paparazzi, I see you from Asaba. Josh from Ebonyi, Insikan from, you didn't put your state, or Isikan. Ifiok Nana from Akwa Ibom, welcome. Okay, so let's just give 5 minutes for those who are yet to join before we start. So by 8:10 on the dot, we're going to kick off. And so if you have friends on the group that are yet to join, please message them and tell them that we are about to start. And they should not miss this life-changing opportunity. I promise you that this webinar is going to be life-changing. I promise you that the insights, the knowledge, the things you're going to learn about, there are things that will be eye-opening that you've probably not heard about before, and that have the potential, to change your life. I promise you. And if you stick around to the end of this webinar, you're going to learn about, an opportunity that will change your life at the end of the day. So please stick around. If there's anybody on that group that is not on this call yet, please message them that we're about to start. So we're going to start by 8:10. and let's just give 6 minutes for those who haven't joined to join, right? So if you've joined us, please introduce yourself. Let me know where you're joining from and what you hope to take away from this webinar, and also what you do. Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of people already commenting. Daniel, I see you. Opeyemi Abolari from Ado Ekiti, Insikan, Afiok, Aremu Adiola, government worker from Oshogbo, Chidera from, you didn't put your states, right? Godwin from Ondo, the crypto trader. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm excited. I'm happy to have you here. You are going to learn so much, I promise you. And this is going to change your life forever, right? So let's give it just 5 minutes and we'll start. So we're waiting for those who are yet to join us, right? So if you know any of them on that group, please message them that we are starting already, right? So please keep introducing yourself. Let me know where you're joining from, what you do, and what you hope to take away from this webinar, right? Chidera Emmanuel, yes, I mean, fantastic. This is a fantastic, you say this is a fantastic opportunity. Yes, I agree. Um, so good, 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 good. So if you're just joining, please introduce yourself. Godwin Emmanuel from Mondo, I see you. Patrick Starry from Oshogbo, I see you. Mike from Calabar, I see you as well. So let's just give 4 minutes. By 8:10, we are going to kickstart the webinar. If you're yet to introduce yourself, please do so. Let me know where you're joining from, what you do, and what you hope to gain from this webinar. I'm excited. I'm happy to have you guys here. I promise you it's going to be a blast. I promise you're going to learn a lot from this webinar. I promise that you're going to take away so much from this webinar that you wish that you had paid for it, right? And, it's just my way of giving back and helping more people to learn about this. So if you're excited, let me see it in the comments, because I'm not getting paid for this. The only way that I can, that you can show gratitude is by commenting and let me know, that you are gaining from this, right? So Dennis Emmanuel from Abuja, I see you. You're a yam dealer and you want to learn everything that has to do with dropshipping. Awesome. Larry Deco from Port Harcourt, a businessman, I see you. Welcome. And hoping that you learn a lot from this and you take away so much from this. So we're about to start in 2 minutes. By 8:10, we'll kick off the webinar. And if you have anyone on the group that hasn't joined yet, please reach out to them privately and tell them that we're about to start so that they can hop on the call and join us. And if you're on the call and you've not yet introduced yourself, I see you, I'm watching you. Please introduce yourself. Let us know where you're joining from and what you do, and also what you want to gain from this webinar. Yeah, Kehinde from Oshogbo, a government worker from Oshogbo. I see you. Welcome, 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 welcome. So Laughter Hub from Benin, students hoping to learn everything. Welcome. I see you. So we'll start in another 2 minutes. So let's just see how many people will join by 8:10 when we start. That's in 1 minute's time. So I'm excited to have you all here. I'm excited. It's going to be an amazing session. You're going to learn a lot from it. And if you stay to the end, you learn about an opportunity that can change your life, that can make everything that you learn during this webinar even better, right? So please stay to the end so you learn more about the opportunity at the end. And also, if you're just joining, please introduce yourself. Olufemi from Lagos, you're an IT consultant. Thank you for joining. Dairo Kazim from Delta State, welcome. Oluwaseun from Lagos, welcome. Martins from Lagos, welcome. Mohammed from Kuji, Abuja, welcome. Abiodun from Oshogbo, welcome. I see you, and you are highly welcome. Okay, so it's 8:10, and let's kick off the webinar. So, good evening again. Good evening once again, everybody. Um, Thank you for joining this webinar. And on this webinar, I'm going to be discussing the process, the steps by which anyone can follow to go from zero to getting your first $750 in a few weeks, right? And I'm also going to show you how I managed to make hundreds and thousands of dollars by working with companies abroad, right? And doing this while also having a very demanding job, right, in Lagos, right? And how you too can do that and make the same amount of money in just a few weeks. So if you're excited to learn this process, let me see. I'm excited in the comments. Type I'm excited in the comments. If you're excited to learn how you can also follow this process to make your first dollars, if you're excited to make your first $750 in a few weeks, type you're excited in the comment. Let me see you say I'm excited. I'm excited. Right? If you're excited to learn about it, let me see you type I'm excited. I am excited to learn about this. I am excited. Yeah, you're super excited. Dairo, I see you. Femi, I see you. Well done. Well done, guys. So this is the type of energy that you need, right? So you need to be excited about opportunities, and that's the way you can take advantage of them, right? So great, 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 great. I'm seeing your comments. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. So this opportunity that I'm about to present to you, this is something that I've been doing for years now. It's a process that I've used to make um, earn in dollars, that I've used to meet companies abroad, and they've been able to, work with me and also pay me for my services. So I'm going to get into the process of how I'm able to do that, how I'm able to find them, how I'm able to work with them, and how I'm able to receive the payment, because these are all the questions that I'm sure that are running through your mind, right? So, but first, before we go into it, the process I'm about to walk you through, it doesn't require too much skills, right? You don't have to be a skilled professional. You don't have to even have a computer. You don't need too much. You don't need a degree, right? All you need is your phone, the same smartphone that you're using right now to watch this video and to comment. That is all you need. You need your Android or your iPhone, whichever one you're using, right? And it doesn't matter if you are a skilled professional. It doesn't matter if you didn't go to the university or you don't have a degree, right? And it doesn't even matter if you've ever made money online before, right? So this opportunity is for beginners. So it's for people that have never, that have not tried anything before. But so long as you have a smartphone, this opportunity can work for you, right? If you don't have a smartphone, you will not be here, right? So that means that everybody on this call, you know, is eligible, is able to do what I do every month to make the amount of money that I make, right? So if you agree with me, let's go forward, right? So now my goal for this webinar is to, put you in the right direction. And what I've observed, what I've noticed is that a lot of people lack the right knowledge. So there's so much going on online, right? And a lot of people that try to make money online, they fail because they don't have the right knowledge. They don't have the right knowledge. They're watching videos on YouTube, they're trying and they're failing. It is because of a lack of knowledge. Even the Bible says that my people perish for a lack of wisdom, right? It's the same thing. So if you don't have the right information, you only try. But the reason why we're having this webinar is so that you can see what is working. So I can show you the right path, right? I can steer you in the right direction, right? And so let me just put out a warning, because there are people here that will come on this call and they're expecting, you know, a business opportunity that will just pay them, you know, millions or thousands without doing any work, or something like MMM that they'll just put in 5k and collect 100k, or put in 50k and collect 1 million. If you're that type of person, please, this is the time for you to just close this tab, close the video and move on, because this is not that type of opportunity. What I'm about to talk to you about is a real business opportunity. You have to put in the work. It's not a get rich scheme, right? And for those people that are probably thinking about how to make crazy money online without doing anything, those kind of things do not exist. You just continually get scammed, right? So this is a genuine opportunity, it's a genuine business that I'm about to show you. And so if you're looking for all those stupid platforms or those stupid MMM get rich scheme things, this is not it, right? So I'm putting out that warning right now, right? So now this is a serious business that I want to talk to you about, and it is for people who are willing to put in the work, people that are willing to work. If you're the type that you don't want to work, you just want money to just come from nowhere, it's fine. You can don't waste your data anymore. Just end the video now and move forward, because this is not what I'm about to discuss. I'm not discussing MMM get rich scheme. I'm discussing a legitimate business online, right? And this is the type of business that will help you to change your story and escape finally and totally from poverty, right? So if you're an unserious person that just wants to, find ways to make money fast without doing anything, you are free to excuse us. Nobody's going to know, nobody's going to judge you or anything. It's good to like free money, but this is not free money. This is a legitimate business that you actually have to work and put in the work. But the result, is worth all of the effort, right? So, but if you stay till the end, if you are the type of serious people or serious person that that is ready to put in the work, if you stay till the end, you'll be far ahead of those people that didn't stay, right? And this is what I mean. So just if you get if you stay to the end, you get the complete package. If you stay to the end, you get the complete information that will make you succeed and will bring financial stability into your life, right? Don't be like those people that are looking for the fastest way to get rich. There's no quick way to get rich. You have to either work for it, or you cannot, I mean, and you know what they say, whatever you don't work for, whatever comes quick goes quickly, right? So if you stay to the end, you get this complete package of how to succeed and bring financial stability into your life. Now let me show you some people that have been on this same type of webinar before, and they've learned about what I'm about to tell you, right? So this is a person, his name is Ayomide Moses, right? And this person got paid from this particular business model that I'm about to teach you. And for a time, this person was trying to change his phone. He was using a very bad phone. Ayomide was using a very bad phone. But then he joined this webinar. He was using one very bad Android phone that, the battery was bad. He couldn't change it because he couldn't afford it. And you know how phones are expensive these days. But he was able to join this webinar. He even borrowed money for data that he used to join. Then during the webinar, he learned about this process and he put it into practice, right? He practiced it, he tried it. And what happened? He made money and was able to buy a new phone for himself. So you can see in the picture the brand new iPhone that he was able to get after he tried it, and he made $500 that he was able to use to buy a new phone for himself. This is just somebody like you that just joined the webinar the same way that you joined, right? And this is another person too. Her name is Fumilayo. She also joined this type of webinar the same way you joined. She learned everything on the, that I was teaching about on this webinar, and she made her first $1,000, right? And with that $1,000, she was able to, buy all the things she wants, change her wardrobe, do all the things that girls do when they have money, and not rely on anybody or rely on anybody to eat, or looking for boy that is going to sponsor her or anything like that, right? So these are just people that have been on this same webinar as you, that have followed this process that I teach, and they've been able to change their lives. So this is another person too, Ebuka. Ebuka used to be a sales boy, right? And he joined this kind of this thing. And within some few weeks, he made his first $250. And with that, right, he quit his job. He stopped, working for his boss, his oga, and today he's doing this business and is making steady income and is able to take care of himself, take care of his family, you know, and is doing pretty okay, right? So these are just some of the people that are doing this legitimate business that I'm going to teach you. That that are making money online. So I want to say something that I'm not one of those people that don't practice what they preach, right? So this is one of my clients that I work with, and if you can see this conversation well, you see that, at the end of the day, this person paid me about $5,000, which was at the time it was 5 million, plus 5 point something million naira, from the conversations that we had. And this person was my client, and we worked together for a while. So if you're familiar with, using the internet, well, you can search for this company, Expedia. You can even search for the founder. You see the person on LinkedIn, if you know LinkedIn or Twitter. Then ask about me, ask about Kayode Abbas, and they will tell you who I am. That I am a legit businessman, and I have all of these people as my clients that I work with, and I teach what I know. I've been doing this business. I've been in the online marketing space now for more than 10 years, right? So let me introduce myself for those people that don't know me. My name is Kayode Abbas, and I have been featured on a number of platforms. This was me on Wole Arole's show. For those people that know Wole Arole, I've been on his show before. He used to have one Instagram show where he features popular people in the media, right? So I was on the show. I've been featured on several publications and newspapers. I was no- top 50 personality, in 2019, 2020, right? And I've worked with some of the most popular brands that right? Including, if you're aware of Gigi, if you know Gigi.ng, some of you that are, that may have used Gigi in the past, I was part of the people that worked on Gigi, that brought Gigi to Nigeria, and a number of other brands like that, right? And also I've spoken at different conferences. This was me in Abuja at the British High Commission. I was invited to come and speak to, the British High Commission people in Abuja, right? And so I teach, I speak, I do a lot of consulting work, and I pass the knowledge and experience that I have to people, right? And some of you might look at all of these things and think that, wow, this guy is lucky, or this guy is just from a rich background, or this guy has one rich uncle, right? And you're thinking to yourself, can I achieve these kind of things too? Right? You may be wondering to yourself, like, oh, it's just lucky, or it's special, it comes from a big background. But I want to tell you that all of these things that I've done or that I've achieved, right? It wasn't like this before. Before, I was just like you, wondering about what to do with my life, thinking about how to become somebody, or how to even make ends meet, right? And so I'm going to share with you my story, right, of how some things that I've gone through and what happened to me, and how I became who I am today, right? And this is to show you that no matter how tough things are right now, no matter how bad your background is, no matter how poor you may have been, or your family or your background was, you can actually make it, right? Because with the internet now, it is very, very possible for anybody to make it, right? It's very easy, and it's very, very possible for anybody to make it now with the internet. This phone that you're using, that you're just using to do Facebook, to watch YouTube videos and all of those things, they are your tools. They are the same tool that you can use to free yourself from financial boredom, right? From struggle, from life, from your background. They can change your life if you know what to do and how to use it, right? So you can actually make it in the world that where it's actually very, very easy thanks to the internet. And there are people that are not even as smart as you are, that are making it every day. So if you look at all these boys that are doing skits and are doing comedy online, they are making so much money. All of these things would not have been possible years ago when there was no internet. But now it is very, very possible thanks to the internet. So that is part of what we're talking about today, so that you can recognize these opportunities that is happening in your face, right? Because we are living in the easiest time. This is like the easiest time in the history of the world to actually make it, because the internet has made it very, 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 very easy and very as everybody has a phone now. So with your phone in your hand and internet on your phone, it is actually very, 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 very easy for you to make it, right? So let me just tell you one of the things that happened to me that changed my life and that made me who I am today, right? So in April 2020, right, I got a phone call that my mother, right, and my mother is one of the people that I love the most in the world, right? And I heard that, she was rushed to the hospital and she had to be taken for surgery, right? So imagine you are just hustling, you are trying to make ends meet, you're even still managing yourself, and all of a sudden they just called you that, your loved one, your mom or your dad has been rushed to hospital and you have to bring money, as the first son. And that was the phone call I just got from nowhere. And, you know, as the first son, you have to do something, right? But at that point, I was broke. I didn't have anything, right? And so one of my uncles, that used to rate me, was looking at me like, Shebi, you have work now, you are working, you are doing this internet thing. Why don't you have money to sort this bill? Right. And that was the day that I got fed up and I said, no, I mean, this thing must never happen again. So imagine, your loved one is sick, your parents, your mom or your brother or anybody, people that you love are sick, and you don't have money to actually take care of it. That's when you realize how important money is. And at that point, if you've not worked hard, if you've not made money, you actually regret it, because small chicken change like 300K or 100K can actually be the main reason why somebody that you love, you know, is lost or dies, or, cannot recover again because you cannot afford, ordinary 100K. So this is why, these are some of the things, that can happen. And that was the day that I got fed up and I said, man, I have to do something about my situation. I have to change my story. I have to do anything legal to change my story. And what did I do? So after that incident, I had to borrow money from a friend. I borrowed money. I decided that I was going to do some trainings. I was going to take trainings. I was going to learn. I have to learn by force. I have to do everything possible to change my situation. So I borrowed some money. I took a training. I attended a webinar like this. I met, one of my mentors, a mentor online, and I paid for the training. I didn't mind, and the thing changed my life. I learned what I'm about to teach you today, and in this in by taking this training, it made me realize my breakthrough. So this is what happened after I took the training. So I practiced some of the things that I learned, and I met somebody online, right? So I met somebody online. His name is Manny, and from that encounter, he became my first client. And with that deal, I made my first $500 online. And with that $500, it made me bold. It made me confident that yes, this thing, I can actually do it. I can do more of it. So imagine, you just try something and it works. It gives you confidence that okay, you can actually do more. So imagine if you put in more effort, how much more would you make? How many more people would you make? How many more people would you meet? And that was the thing that changed it for me. And since then, I did not look back again. I kept on going, right? And so the lessons from this story is that you don't have to wait for an emergency before you do something about your life, right? You don't need to wait before there's an emergency, before you decide to take a change, before you decide to make something of your life, right? Because by that time, when that emergency happens, it will be very, very late and it will be hard. You just be running from helter, from pillar to pole. And also, you are just one information away. You just need one information. You need one information for your breakthrough to happen. And you also have to be ready. You need to be ready to do what it takes when that information presents itself. So there are a lot of people that they are not even ready for opportunities. So when that opportunity comes, what happens? It just passes them by. Not they cannot do anything about it. And there are some people that they are ready, but they don't even have the opportunity. The information or the opportunity doesn't come. So you have to be that kind of person that you are ready. And then when the opportunity comes, or when that information, when that one information comes, you are able to take that information and move with it. Because success, opportunity loves speed, right? So they always say that opportunity comes once, even though I don't believe that opportunity can come many times and you still miss it. A lot of people miss opportunities every day. Opportunities keep coming and they miss it. But you have to be that person that is willing to take that information, take that opportunity, and do whatever it takes when that opportunity presents itself, right? So those are the two lessons that I want you to take from this, my experience, my story, right? So I'm going to be very transparent with you, right? And the process, the aim, the goal of this webinar, the goal of this presentation is to help you understand what this business model is, right? And how to get started. What is it about, and how do you get started with it? That's the goal of this presentation, right? And at the end of the presentation, I'm going to present you with an opportunity to work together with me and my team through my mentorship program. And the mentorship program is basically for people that don't want to leave anything to chance. Like, you don't want to risk anything. You need somebody that will hold you by the hands and walk you through the process till you succeed, right? So this is what I'm promising you that you get. You get that opportunity at the end of this mentorship program, right? So now, let's begin. Let's go straight into it, because I don't like to waste too much time. I don't like to talk too much, right? I like to speak. I like my actions to speak louder than my words. So now there's only one way to make money, and I've said this before. If you're the type that is not willing to do anything, if you are not willing to work for money, money will not fall from the sky, right? And if you are looking for a get rich scheme, this is not it. Please, you are free to leave if you are looking for a way to quickly get rich, right? Because there's only one way to make money, and that is by selling a product or by rendering a service. Any other way that people tell you that you can make money, they are wasting your time and they are lying to you, right? You either have to sell a product or you have to render a service. And those are the two ways that you can make money. I mean, that's the one way. You're either selling a product or you're rendering a service, because nobody will just give you money. So it's the same thing when you're doing, trying to make money online as well. You're either selling a product or you're rendering a service, and that's the same way you make money online. So if you think about Jumia, Konga, all these guys that have that are e-commerce, that are selling, that have businesses online. How do they make money? What do they do? How are they making money online? They are selling products to you, right? So if you go on Jumia now, you can buy anything and they will deliver to you. That's the only way to make money. You're either selling a product or you're selling a service. So apart from selling products, you can also sell services online. So for people that are familiar with freelancing, that is what this business opportunity is, right? It's about selling your services online. So there's now a twist to what to what I'm going to show you, that is going to, that is different from just the average freelancing. When we get there, you see, right? So now, there's a shift happening in the world, and we're at a time where, a lot of companies are looking for contract staffs, right? So we're in the gig economy where companies abroad are hiring people over the internet to pay them for certain projects, right? So companies online are looking for people to pay, to hire online, to work with them. Because why is this happening? Because hiring people, if you follow CNN or if you follow the news, hiring people abroad is very, very expensive. If you're in America, like, their minimum age is very, very high. So their companies prefer to work with remote contract staffs, So if you look at the economy of India and all these other countries, third world countries, a lot of them have been doing this remote work thing, this contract work thing for a long time. And we in Africa here are just getting aware of these things. In India, that's the main source of income. A lot of people, a lot of companies all over the world outsource their work to Indian workers, right? So that's why if you use Standard Chartered, for example, like me, I use Standard Chartered Bank. If you call Standard Chartered customer care today, who do you think will pick it? Is somebody in India that will pick it, even though the bank is in Nigeria. Yeah. If you call Standard Chartered Bank, is India, someone in India that will pick it and will answer you. You hear their voice is in India, right? So that is what companies do because they know that hiring people permanently can be very, very expensive. So what do? They hire contract staffs in other countries that they can pay lower pay, and they pay them per hour. So all these people that they hire, they work from home and they just work with their laptop or their phone, right? But now, for you to be able to do that kind of work, you need to have high income skills. So you cannot just be at home and they will just come and meet you and say, okay, we want to hire you. You need to have this kind of skills that they need for them to be able to give you those kind of jobs. So those projects that they want to do, for example, the customer service project, you need to have customer service skills. You need to have customer service certification. Otherwise, nobody's going to pay you anything to do that. That's an example. So there are other skills like that that are required for you to be able to work with businesses abroad. So if you know anybody that is doing freelancing on Fiverr or any other freelancing, ask them about it. They will tell you people are making so much money by freelancing and working with businesses abroad, right? But you need to have those digital skills. You need to have the skill for them to be able to work with you, right? You need to have the skill set. Now, so what type of skill sets are they looking for? They are looking for the high income skill sets. These are the skill sets that are in crazy demand, right? They are in crazy demand. A lot of companies are looking for them to work with them, right? And the kind of money that you make from these skills, is not just small boy money. It is literally life-changing money, right? And there are a lot of people that are already doing this, that already have the skills. So what are some of the skills? There are skills like sales. So if you know how to close sales deals, if you know how to sell online, these are skills. If you go on Facebook, for example, search for closer, sales closer, you will see a lot of groups of different organizations. Maybe I should even show you now so you see what I'm saying. If you go on Facebook, search for sales closer, you see a lot of businesses abroad that are looking for people that can close sales deals for them. And they don't mind, they will pay you as much as 10%, 20%, 5% just for you to close sales deal. If you know what closing sales deal is, that means convincing people to buy the products and service they sell, and they don't even care the country that you are from. But if you are good, if you are skilled at doing that, they will hire you and they will give you, they will pay you for doing that for them. And also another skill again is copywriting. If you can write copy, you are good at writing copy. If you are good at digital marketing too is a skill that a lot of companies abroad are looking to pay people for. Funnel building, coding, a lot of all these skills. And I have students that are making as much as 10,000, 5,000, $2,000 on a monthly basis from these skills, right? So now, what if you don't have those high income skills? What if you don't have these high income skills, right? This is where drop servicing comes in. So what is drop servicing? Drop servicing basically is finding somebody that has that skill and then connecting them with the businesses that need that skill, right? So for people like me, I have the skill. So I don't need to find anybody. I can provide the skill. So I do digital marketing services, I do copywriting, I do sales closing. But for somebody that is a beginner that doesn't have those skills, you can still also work with those companies, but all you just need to do is to act like the middleman. So you find somebody that has that skill and you connect them with the companies that are looking for those people, right? And you're acting as a middle, but the only difference is that you are not revealing to the company or the person that you are actually working with someone else. So I'm going to explain. So now, what you need to do is to look for somebody that has the high income, that has those skills, right? So the person can be a freelancer or it can be an agency, right? And we know, I'm sure a lot of people already know freelancers. You know, people that are making money as freelancers. They're either working with companies abroad or they are working locally. Also, apart from just freelancers, there are actual companies, there are agencies that have those skills and those services that you can also work with, so that you don't have to do anything. All you just have to do is to collect that, the job, get the job from the clients, get the job from the company abroad, and you're looking for freelancers or agencies that can do the job, right? So basically, this is how it works. So if you find a client that, for example, wants to pay $150 for the service, right? So let's say, for example, the service is digital marketing, right? The person wants to pay $150. So all you just need to do is to find this freelancer that can do it for you for $50, and then you keep the $100 and you pay them $50. Once the person does the service, you deliver it to the client and you keep the money. That is basically how drop servicing works, Shikina, right? And so the key to making it work is very, very simple. All you just need to do is to find agencies. Agencies are companies that provide these services, and there are many of them locally, right? So you find all these agencies or freelancers that have all of these services, right? You get their samples. So a lot of them already have samples. They have, their works, they have links to their work. You get their samples. You use these samples to show the clients, the companies online, right? And when you do that, you get paid, right? And you pay the freelancer or the agency, and you take the amount, the difference, and you pay the freelancer. That's just it. So these are, I mean, you need to, so these are some examples of some of the services that you can provide. So for example, a lot of people are looking for people that will manage their social media abroad, right? So if you go on Fiverr, for example, or go on Upwork, there are companies that are there that are looking for people that will handle their social media accounts. So all you just need to do is to come, apply for those this thing, or send your proposal, and then you look for somebody that has that skill that you can pay to do it, and you collect, you win the contract and pay the person. So this is an example of a service that you can provide, a skill that you can use to make, work with companies abroad. This is another skill too. A lot of people, a lot of companies abroad are looking for people that can do cartoon and animation, right? My brother does this, and he makes a lot of money from this. So he makes animation, he makes cartoon for companies, and what happens is, they pay him in dollars, and but if you want to provide this service, you can also do the same thing. And even though you don't know how to make cartoons or animation, what you can do is that you can just find people like him, find people like my brother that can do it, and you pay them. And the funny thing is that a lot of Nigeria, when you convert the money, from dollars to naira, it's a lot of money. So you can actually pay somebody and you still get a lot of change, from it. Even if you don't, if you even pay them 50-50, even if you want to give them more than what you are going to make, you're still going to make money at the end of the day. Because when you convert it, it is a lot of money. Dollars is like 1,007 at this point, right? So even if it's just $100 that you're charging, and you pay the person 50K, a lot of them will even be happy to do it for 50K or 100K, and you keep 70K. That's a profit. It's not a loss. You didn't lose anything, right? But just make sure that you deliver the service. I'm not teaching you, how to take money and not deliver. You need to deliver the service. So don't be among those people that are giving Nigerians a bad name. Don't be amongst those people that are defrauding people. No. When you get paid for the service, make sure you find somebody, make sure you deliver the service, so that you can keep the money, and have peace of mind, because there's nothing like peace of mind. You don't gain anything when you are running helter skelter, or you don't have peace of mind, right? So another service you can provide is, 3D ebook cover mockup. This is another service that you don't need to know how to do it. All you just need to do is to find people that can do it here, and find clients that want to do it. right? You can also do SEO. For those that are familiar with SEO, SEO is search engine optimization, is how to make a website appear on Google. There are people that do it well, and there are people that are looking for how to make their website appear number one on Google. That's SEO, right? So there are many other skills that foreign companies are looking for people to pay for, pay highly for, right? I mentioned before the sales closing. So a lot of companies are looking for people that will help them close sales either in DM or on phone calls and all of that, right? And they are willing to pay so much money for such a skill, right? Um, why do I feel like I should show some examples of such companies? Let me see if I can find my Facebook. The network here is really poor. But anyways, you get what I'm saying. So there's copywriting, there's funnel building, there's lead generation. There are so many of these services that you can pay for. So now, how do you find these freelancers and service providers? How do you find these agencies and freelancers that you can work with, right? So there are three options, three ways you can find them. You can find them around you. There are so many people, so many freelancers, so many people that are doing freelancing now, right? All you just need to do, go to Facebook or whichever social media platform you use, just search for freelancer, whatever service, you find a lot of people. Or you can go to freelancing websites, or some of us might even know some of them. Like I mentioned to you, my brother is he does animation, he does graphics, he's a freelancer. You might know people in your neighborhood, your friend, your brother, your younger ones that can do all of this. And all you just need to do is to, find out, ask them for their portfolio, ask them for samples of their work. And once you get the sample of their work, you can then start using them, using the sample to speak to clients online. I will show you how to find the clients, and then what to say to them, right? So now, after you find the freelancer or the agency, you need to then look for companies online that are willing to pay you up to $1,000 a month, right? So I recommend this website, upwork.com. It will help you. You can go to upwork.com, you'll find clients from Upwork. You can go to Fiverr as well. You'll find clients from fiverr.com. So if you're not familiar with Fiverr, Fiverr is a freelancing website, that you can use to get a lot of freelance um, gigs, right? So people that use Fiverr know Fiverr very well. So just Google fiverr.com, you'll find Fiverr. Um, so there is also Facebook. If you use Facebook and you're not using Facebook to make money, you are missing a lot. There are so many opportunities on Facebook, right? There are so many opportunities on Facebook. And let me just show you one of the ways that you can find clients, find businesses that will pay you on Facebook to work with them, right? Let me see if I can share. Let me see if I can share, present my screen. Yeah, so if you can see my Facebook, let me let me know. If you can see my Facebook, let me know. So um so you can go to Facebook and just search for, so let's use um sales closer jobs, for example. So on Facebook, you can just search, you can use the search button, and what you are looking for is you are looking for groups. You are looking for groups. So you can see here, here are opportunities, jobs. So for this one, it is remote jobs and freelance networks, right? Um, so this is just a group that you can see. that there are a lot of businesses online that are looking for. So you can see they are looking for sales closers that can help them close deals, you know, and you earn commission from these particular deals. This is just sales, right? So if we search for copywriting, for example, right, this is another skill that a lot of people are looking for. So all of these are groups that once you join them, you can get jobs on these particular things, right? So they are looking for copywriting jobs. So all you just need to do is to join the group, right? And when you join the group, you start getting all of the jobs that, so you can say, I'm looking for a project freelancer for my blah blah blah. So you can show interest, and or you can message the person. So I'm going to show you what you the messages you can send to these people, right, on these groups. And once you are on the group, all you just need to do is to find the groups. And once you are in the group, all you just need to do is to start sending them the messages that I will share with you, that you can then use to get opportunities. And once you get those opportunities, you don't have to be able to do those things yourself, right? All you just need to do is to just find somebody that can do them, and that is it. And you can find someone that can do them locally. And once you do that, that is it. You start making your money. So you can do that with Facebook. You can do that on LinkedIn as well. For those that are familiar with LinkedIn, you can also use Twitter. You can also use Instagram, right? So in the mentorship program that I'm going to tell you about at the end of this training, I would tell you how to use Instagram, Twitter, all of these other platforms to find businesses, clients that are going to pay you um, for those services, and the type of services even that you can provide, right? That they are looking to pay you for, right? So you can see that these platforms that I showed you, Facebook, LinkedIn, Upwork, all of these platforms are platforms that are easy to access. You don't even need to have a laptop like I'm using right now. You can easily, everybody uses Facebook normally. The only thing is that you're just not using it for business. You're using it to check up on your friends' pictures or like your friends' posts and all of those things. But right now, you learn how to use it for business, how to actually use it to make money online by finding businesses that need these particular services, and you are providing the services through a third party for them, and you are keeping the change, the difference, right? And you can do all these things with just your phone, with your itel phone, your iPhone. If you use an iPhone, your Techno phone, your Infinix phone, you don't need any complex tool. You don't need a laptop. You can do it from your smartphone, which you usually do anyways, right? So can you see how simple this process is, right? And also remember that you can do it on your phone. You can do it on whatever smartphone that you're using. So now you may be wondering why these companies will want to work with you. You may be asking yourself, why would these companies want to work with you? Why would they want to pay so much money for these services? And as I told you before, right? These services are expensive abroad. So no matter how much you say you want to charge them, you cannot charge them up to what somebody living in the US or in the UK would charge them, right? Because living abroad is expensive. For people that are living in the US and all of that, is expensive to live abroad. So freelancers abroad and service providers abroad, charge a lot for them to also be able to afford to live abroad. So that's why companies like Fiverr exist. That's why companies like freelancer.com exist. That's why companies like Andela, if you know Andela in Nigeria here, that's why they exist, right? Because they are helping people to get people here that are cheaper. They're helping those companies abroad to get people here that are cheaper, right? So, if you are a newbie, if you are new to this and you want to start making this extra income by providing services to companies abroad, right? If you are interested in this as a beginner, you don't have any skills and you want to learn how to do this and you want to make extra income, by providing services to these companies, there are four simple steps that you need to follow. There are four simple steps that you need to follow, right? The number one step is that you need to identify a profitable niche. Now, what is a profitable niche? A niche is an industry. So, for example, if you say that you want to work with business owners that are in the education sector, right? So let's say you are a teacher in Nigeria and you understand the education sector very, very well, right? There are some services that you can provide to educators abroad, right? So your industry, your niche or your selected industry can be that particular industry that you are familiar with. So what I always advise my students is that if you're looking for companies that will pay you abroad, you need to pick one particular type of company instead of trying to work with any company that you see. Look for a particular type of company. So look for a particular type of company in a sector that you know, right? So for some people, they know a particular sector. It might be health. Maybe you are a nurse in Nigeria here, right? So you know the health sector. Companies abroad in the health sector, hospitals and all the other companies abroad in the health sector, they are looking for people that can offer them marketing services and all of these things. So this is a perfect niche that you can work with. This is a perfect industry that you can work with. So pick one particular one that you're familiar with, right? And the step two is now building a professional online presence, right? So when you have a professional, because as I told you before, when you go on Facebook and you start messaging those people, what do you think will happen first? They would go to your profile and they'll be wondering, who is this person? Is this person not a Nigerian scammer? Because you already know that even Nigeria already has a bad image online, right? So they want to see a professional presence. So if you don't have a professional looking Facebook profile, right, that's a big red flag. They will not even respond to you. So you need to even have that professional presence. You need to look professional online, right, before anybody will agree to respond to you or even work with you or give you business. So you have to have a professional presence online, right? And step three is to now, once you've worked on your professional presence, once you've picked a particular industry that you want to work with, then what you just do is to go to where those people are online, right? So if they're on Facebook, you go to Facebook. If they're on LinkedIn, you go to LinkedIn. If they're on Instagram, you go to Instagram. If they're on Twitter, you go to Twitter. So for example, if you are a real estate person and you know the real estate industry very, very well, right? You can decide to work with real estate companies or real estate agents in abroad that are looking for a particular service. So a real estate agent abroad can be looking for a marketing service, for example, or they can be looking for a sales service, or they can be looking for somebody that will design their website, or somebody that would help them with graphics, right? So, but because you understand that agent, because you understand that industry, it's going to be easy for you to be able to speak their language. It's going to be easy for you to be able to, talk to them and speak their language, right? So you understand the problems that they have and you'll be able to solve it. So all you just need to do is to reach out to them. So you can even search for, if you're a real estate person, you can go on Facebook and search for real estate agents in America or real estate agents in UK. You'll be surprised. You see a lot of groups that are there on Facebook with real estate agents in the UK and in the US. So what you just need to do is to join those groups and start reaching out to them. So you are you are telling them about the service that you provide, and with the messaging and everything I'm going to provide to you, it will make it easy. But first of all, you need to have a professional looking Facebook or Instagram or all of that, which is something that I would also teach you, right? So you go to where those companies are, and then you would then find somebody that would provide those services, right? So if it's a service that you cannot do by yourself, make sure you find the freelancer or the agency that will provide the service. And once you find them, right, ask for their portfolio, get them, right, and then you would pay them the money that you were paid, right? So let's say you charge the clients that you got $150, you can pay the service provider, the freelancer or the agency $50, and you keep the remaining balance, right? So another issue that a lot of people would have will be that, okay, how do you get your money from these clients into your local bank account, right? And this is an issue that a lot of people have, right? Um, and that is a problem that people have, and it's something that is actually easy. So what you can do is basically you can open a domiciliary account. So if you use GT, for example, GT Bank, Access Bank, all these banks allow you to be able to open dollar domiciliary account, and they're actually very easy. Also, I even have somebody in Access Bank, that can help you. So if you decide to work with me and my team in the consulting, in the mentorship group, we have our own contacts that can help you get an account open as quickly as possible, right? So all you just need to do is you are sending your domiciliary account to the client abroad, and they are paying into it. But if for example you don't have a domiciliary account, there are other ways also you can get paid, right? You can use PayPal, and it's something that I teach also, how to open a PayPal in Nigeria here, right? You can use PayPal. You can even collect money through SendWave. So I use SendWave a lot. So people just send money through SendWave, and you get it here in your local in Naira. So it's very, very easy to receive money. So it's not a case of where you're working and you're not able to get paid. It's actually very, very easy, and we make it easy for people here, right? So can you see how possible it is for you to make your next 750? So imagine if you just get two clients. So out of the hundreds of people that you find in that group, if you can just get two of them that will pay you, let's say 250 each, right, in a whole month, you've made $500. $500 times 1,750. How much is that? That's over um that's over 500K, right? So imagine if you have two clients or even one client paying you 500, which is very, very possible, because $500 is actually very, very small money that they can easily pay. They pay more than that to their freelancers abroad. So imagine if you have just one person paying you that. Do you see how easy it is for you to make $500, $750, $1,000 in a month? It's actually very, very easy. In some months, you can even make more than that. So it just depends on which person you are discussing with and the services we are providing. If you check online, so for example, let's say web design. If you check online, how much to design a website, you see how much companies abroad are charging, how much freelancers abroad are charging. They are charging nothing less than $5,000, $10,000. And imagine you just coming to them to say, okay, I will charge you $500, right? And even that $500, you are not doing it, by yourself. You are going to find somebody that will do it, and you pay them maybe $100 or $200, and you keep $300. So imagine, do you see how easy it is for you to make that $500 every month, right? If you can see it, let me say it in the comment. I do, right? So it's actually very, very easy, and it's very, very simple. It's just a matter of connecting with people that have needs abroad, companies that have, and they are very easy to find. You can find them on Facebook groups. You can find them on if Instagram. You can find them on Twitter if you're very good with Twitter, or LinkedIn if you're familiar with LinkedIn. All you just need is one client that will pay you 500 or 750 or 1,000, and you're good, which is like 10% of what they pay to their people over there. Can you see how easy it is now? Right? So if you can see it, let me hear you, type I do, 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 right? Keep typing. So with this step that I've shown you, can you see yourself making anything from $750 in the next 60 days? So let's say bad as it bad, you're not even able to make it in 1 month. At least in next 2 months, you should make from this process. If you follow it, you should be able to make at least $500 to $750. Convert that to naira in the next 60 days. Bad as it bad, you use 2 months to do it. And so you can see why there are a lot of people that are doing it, and you see why how the testimonials that I got came from is because those people just tried it, like reached out to people, they said yes, and they got them to work with them. And those, most of them did not even do it by themselves, they found somebody to do it for them. So you see yourself doing the same thing and making that same amount, right? So, for example, Ebuka did this in his first 4 weeks, and he made $250, as I said before, right? In the first 4 weeks, right? And you know that from what I've shown you now, you don't need to spend weeks to master the skill, right? You don't need to spend months. You don't need to spend years. These are skills that people have spent a lot of years to master. All you just need to do is to find those people that have those skills, and outsource it to them, right? So you don't need to spend those many, many, many months to learn those skills. All you just need to do is to find them, find people with those skills and work with them, right? You don't need to import anything, you don't need to ship anything, you don't need to buy any products, you don't even need to have rich parents, you don't even have to have any startup capital to do it. So it is very seamless. It just requires hard work, which is why I said that it is not a get rich scheme. So if you're looking for something that you just get rich overnight without doing anything, this is not it, because this actually requires putting in the work, right? So can you see that it doesn't even require you to have any startup capital? You don't need to. This is like the simplest business in the world, right? So also, you don't even need to be a computer or tech person to do it, to do this particular business, right? All you just need to do is what you always do normally. Normally, we already spend a lot of time on social media. We're already on Facebook, we're on all these platforms. The only difference that we're not using it to make money. So what you're just doing now is actually making money through these platforms, right? So you don't even need to spend all the time in the world to do this. All you just need to do is to spend 2 to 3 hours every day. So you don't need to spend every day on it. You don't have to spend all day. In fact, myself, I just spend 1 hour every day, right? Because I don't really spend so much time on social media anyway. So social media can be very, very overwhelming for me. Before you know now, I'm already, I've spent many, many hours. So I always try to limit it to just 1 or 2 hours, right? And you don't even need more than 1, 2, 3 hours every day. So all you're just doing is to go into all those groups, message people, get responses, and then find somebody that would do the job for you. That's it. So all you just need is 2, 3 hours every day on your phone. All same 2, 3 hours that you're using for Netflix, for YouTube, for skits. Just use that same 2, 3 hours on doing the business, and you're good every day, right? So I'm sure that you've gained so much value from this video, right? From this presentation, right? And it's going to be impossible for me to cover everything. I mean, we've already spent up to 1 hour already, right? It's going to be impossible to cover everything within this webinar or this presentation, right? Because of time, we don't want to spend all days. So if you would like to do this by yourself, or if you have two options. If you'd like to do this particular process, this 4-step process that I just showed you, if you want to implement it and make your first 750 in the next 1 to 2 months, you have two options, right? So the first option is that you can follow these steps, right? So for those that are asking, this meeting is recorded. You can always come back to it on the YouTube channel with this. Although I will take it down after some days though. So, but you can watch it tomorrow as well if you joined late. But So you can look at this first, option. You can follow the steps by yourself and try to figure it out by yourself, right? But there are so many obstacles that you face if you're trying to do it by yourself, right? Um, but if you want a shortcut, right? If you want a shortcut on how to do it faster, if you want to get the faster way that you will not stress and you will not make mistake, and you would actually know that you're doing it well. Because if you do it by yourself, if you try to follow this process by yourself, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, you're going to waste time, you will waste your money, and you might even want to give up, right? But there's a second option, which is the shortcut process, right? This one would make sure that you succeed faster and will make life easy for you. And that's the option two that I want to discuss with you, right? So the option two is for you to work with me and my team in the mentoring program that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, right? So in the mentoring program, we're going to hold your hand and we'll guide you through each of the steps. So the four steps that I mentioned about, I told you that there are, so many other things that this is deeper than that, right? You need to just start first. So you know we would guide you, we'll hold your hand, we'll take you through those steps so that you don't make mistakes, you don't spend so much time, you're not wasting time, you're not doing the wrong thing, you're not making mistake, you're not doing trial and error. The option of working with my mentoring program is the best option. So with this mentoring program, of course, there's a fee, and the main reason why there's a fee is so that a lot of time wasters, because there are so many people that just want to waste. And I've done this before for free, and I mean, to even get people to show up in a free program, a lot of people will not even show up, they will not come, when I try to do it for free. So because of those kind of people that will waste time, I added a fee to it so that I can weed out those people, right? So for these people, for this mentoring program, you will work with my team and you will get all the support, all the guidance that you need to succeed at all costs. Or you can decide to do it yourself, or you can do this four-step process by yourself and try to figure it out by yourself. The choice is yours, right? But let me show you some people that picked the mentoring program, the option two, and see the result that they got. So Ebuka was like you, he joined the webinar, he picked option two, he decided to work with me and my team on the mentoring program, and he got his first job in 4 weeks. There was no trial and error. He got guidance. We held him until he succeeded, right? And this is somebody that signed up for the option two. So also Fumilayo, that you heard her story in the beginning, she signed up for option two, and after 8 weeks, she was able to get her first client that will pay her $1,000. So $1,000 now is equivalent of 1.76 million. Exchange rate now is 1,760, and she was on the webinar like you, and she went with option two, right? So there's also Sadiq, right? Sadiq now makes an average of 5,000 every month. So he was able to get a client that was paying him, that is paying him consistently, that is still paying him to date. And it was through my team and we were able to guide him in the mentoring program. We guided him to the point where he now, is able to make this kind of money every month, right? And then there's Tangem that is making $500 every month from just providing writing services to clients abroad, right? And he was on this type of call and he went with number option two as well, right? So I believe that any smart person will go with option two, because option two, you're going to save time, you're going to save money, you will not waste too much time, you will not struggle like a lot of people that will try to do it by themselves will struggle. Because it's I'm not going to lie to you, it's not going to be easy if you're doing it by yourself. But when you have us, you get everything you need. When you have my team and I in the mentor, if you're in the mentoring group, you get everything. In fact, you even get support from other people like you, because you're not just going to be you join the community. I have a community of students, right? They're already doing this. So you get support from them. You can ask questions. They will also provide support. People that are already making it, they will show you the way. So apart from me alone, right, you learn from people like you that have also started the same way you started, right? So if this option two is for you, then I want to personally welcome you. I want to welcome you to my mentoring program that is called the No Skill Agency Academy. Now, why it's called the No Skill Agency is because you don't need any skill to be able to do this particular business. As I mentioned before, all you're just doing is you're finding people that have the skills and you are, outsourcing to them. So in this program, in the mentoring program, you work with me and my team, and we'll walk you through the process, right? So what happens when you join the mentoring program tonight? When you join the mentoring program tonight, we are going to give you access to the classroom portal, right? The classroom portal contains all the video lessons that you need. So all the steps, I broke it down into bit by bit so that you can follow it in depth. You can follow me, you watch me as I'm doing it. I'm replicating the same thing, that I did and that my students are doing. I will show you the process, how I find clients on Facebook, how I find clients on LinkedIn, how I find clients on Instagram, what I send to them, the messages I give them. All of those things are inside the video. So you watch it, you get access to it. There are, short videos that will just teach you exactly what you need to do at each point, right? So they'll give you all the directions that you need. Also, it will give you, you'll see samples of how to create your professional online program presence that I mentioned in step number 2. You see all the different samples, how to set up your profile, how to, set up your online presence in a way that it will attract foreign clients, right? Then you also learn about the secrets to getting high paying clients on LinkedIn, because the big fish, the big clients are on LinkedIn. If you're not familiar with LinkedIn, you need to, Google, find out about LinkedIn. That's where all the big businesses are, right? So you learn how to put together a good pitch for those people that will pay you well, that are on LinkedIn, right? Then also I'll share with you my templates. So these are all the messages, like these are the messaging templates, so that you don't have to think too much about what to tell these people. I'll share the templates, what to say to them, what to message to them, what to say in those messages that will get them to listen to you, to want to work with you, to want to give you, to want to give you those deals, to want to work with you. Then you also have personal access to me. You'll be able to access me on the group that you'll be added to, right? And there's also a monthly live question and answer session. So we have weekly question and answer sessions where all of us would jump on the call, will answer all the questions that you have, about the process. So you'll be able to get answers from your colleagues, you get answers from my team. Yes, and the tutorials is a step by step tutorial, as I mentioned before, right? So all of this and more, right? So this is what your life could look like when you join the program, right? You will gain peace of mind. When you join this program, when you join the mentorship program, you have peace of mind, because now your earning capacity will increase, right? Because you become somebody that is capable of earning at least $750 on a monthly basis. So imagine if you're able to earn an extra $750. $750 now is about ₦1,000,000, right? So imagine if you're somebody that is able to earn that, you have peace of mind. There's no bill that anybody will bring that will shake you, right? So, and that is what will happen when you join this program. When you join this program, you just have peace of mind, because you will become that person that is capable of making that type of money, that nothing can move you, right? So a lot of people come to me and ask me that, why am I, looking like the economy is not even affecting me? And I just laugh. Like every day I'm just smiling. People will complain, oh, things are bad, Tinubu this, Tinubu that, and I'm just smiling, because I mean, it doesn't bother me in the slightest bit, right? Because I'm not affected, because I know, you know my income, right? So I'm capable of making that amount. All I just need to do, if I need money, I can go online, find a client, and I make money. So if I want to buy something, what do I need to do? I don't even need to go to my savings again. If I need to buy something that I need, all I just need to do is open my laptop, look for a client, and or what message my existing clients, and I'll get new services from them. And so you have that same type of peace of mind too when you are in the program, right? You also be able to meet your bills comfortably. So you will not be worried. All the financial worries that you used to have, things are hard, transport is expensive, fuel is this, all of those things will be a thing of the past because you will know that you've escaped poverty for life, right? And you also be able to take care of your family. So one of the things that makes me the most proud is that I can take care of my family, I can take care of my parents, my mom, my wife, my brother, everybody. And it is one of the most best, that's the best feeling in the world. It's something, that makes me happy, that makes me proud. And that's part of what being a a responsible adult is. So it doesn't even matter whether you're a man or a woman. If you're able to take care of your loved ones, that's the happiest thing, that's the best thing that can happen to you. So but if you cannot do that because of your finances, then there's a problem. And that's why you need this particular program, right? So you'll be making so much money that you can fulfill your dreams and desires, right? So what will it cost for you to enroll into the program, into this mentorship program? Now, the enrollment fee, when we started this program, it was 150,000 naira per person. And that was because it was physical, right? When we started this mentorship program, we used to meet physically, and of course, because it's physical, it's going to take so much time and effort, and we have to rent a space. So it was very, very expensive to enter. It used to be 150,000 naira for this program, right? But right now, because it's online and because you have joined this webinar and you stayed to the end, I'm going to give it to you at a big discount of 35,000 naira only. And this 35,000 naira is just for the first 20 people. So I want you to take advantage of this program because the first set of people that joined paid 150,000 naira. In fact, if you leave this webinar today without taking advantage of this discount, the next time you come back to the page or the next time you come back and ask me about it, it would have increased back again. It would have gone back to 50K, and it will continue increasing until it goes back to 150,000 naira. So for the first 50 people, I'm giving you this fat discount of 35,000 naira, and it's for the first 20 people. So if you want to be among the first 20 people, make a transfer to this account details on your screen right now. And once you do that transfer, send a receipt to the admin of the WhatsApp group that you joined to get to this video. Message the admin and send your receipt. If you are able to take a screenshot of this account details, because I'm going to move on from it very, very soon. So take advantage of it. Be among the first 20 people. After the first 20 people, the opportunity is gone forever. Also, after this webinar, if you don't take advantage of it, you come back to me, the price would definitely have changed, and I'm going to continue increasing it till it gets back to that 150K level, right? So the next 20 people, after these 20 people, so if you don't take advantage of it now and you come back, the next time you come is going to increase by 15K, right? So that means you're going to pay 50K if you don't take advantage of it, if you're not among the first 20 people to take advantage of it now, right? And it will continue increasing until you get back to 150K. So whatever you see right now, don't waste any time. Take advantage of it, because the next time you come back, it would have changed. And I'm saying it now. So if you don't take advantage of it now, the next time you come, it would have increased by at least 15K, and it will continue increasing till it gets back to the normal price of 150K. So you'll be regretting it if you don't take advantage of this discount right now, right? So if you are yet to enroll for this program, right, you may be wondering, What if it doesn't work for me? What if I fail? What if you are not smart enough to do this, right? Or what if you've tried this online business? I'm sure this, for some of you, this is not the first online business. I'm sure some people have tried crypto trading, you've tried or affiliate marketing, you've tried many other things before and it didn't work, right? And you may be wondering, why should I try this one as well? So let me ask you this question, right? Um, if somebody that is a salesperson, Ebuka was a salesperson, he was able to make it. If somebody that you're smarter than Ebuka, a salesperson, was able to make it, how about you that you are a graduate? So do you think something that a salesperson can do and succeed, you that you're a graduate cannot do it, right? So you need to take a leap of faith. And what is the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can happen is if it doesn't work for you, you ask for a refund and we'll gladly refund you. That's the worst thing. So you need to take a leap of faith and see the result, right? So now there may be there's a chance that it will not work for you, right? But there's also a chance that it will help you to unlock the type of breakthrough that you've been looking for, right? It will help you to escape financial hardship and you become free. There's a big chance that it will do that for you. And there also is a chance that you may leave your house and you not return back, because bad things happen. So the chances are there, right? But this is how I see it, right? So this is a there are two things that you must do. There are two things that you must do if you want to get success from this program. And I've said it before, there are two things that you must do. And these are the two things that I guarantee you, I can tell you 100%, if you do these two things and you don't get results from this program, meet me and you get a full refund, right? Two things that you must do. Number one, you must not be a lazy person. If you are a lazy person, you cannot get success, you cannot succeed in this program. I can bet you there's nothing you can do, you know. And also, you must be ready to put in the work required. This is not a type of program or a type of opportunity that you just do nothing and cross your leg, right? But this is an opportunity that I call soft work, because everything you are doing is 100% with your phone. So imagine you are sitting in your house, you are using your phone, the same phone that you use every day to do cho online, the same phone that you use to check gossip, that you use to check Instagram. You're using the same phone to make money. How do you think that feels? It is 100% better, right? So I can guarantee you that if you do these two things, if you are not lazy and you're ready to work, you 100% get success from this program, because this work is soft work, right? And if you do this thing, I can guarantee you that it is going to work for you, like Ebuka, like all these other people that I've showed you that are now making money on a monthly basis, right? So what you need to do is to make a transfer of this amount, 35K, to this account number, and send a receipt. Send a receipt to the admin of the WhatsApp group telling them that you've made the payment now, because after this particular presentation, the opportunity is gone and is gone forever. The next time you come, you're going to be paying a higher fee. You will never ever get it this cheap again, right? So now let me show you some quick wins from people that have tried this program and have seen success. So this is the Ayomide guy that I told you about, that is, was able to buy his dream phone from working with clients. All he does is to provide writing services. So a lot of the services are not even done by him. He doesn't write them. He just finds somebody to do them, and he gets, the money. He makes money from it, right? So Ebuka also went from a sales boy, he used to sell engine oil, right? And is now making money online through this business model, right? So if these two people can do it, somebody that is a sales boy selling engine oil, if he can do it, then why can't you do it, right? So I'm going to answer some questions that I've seen frequently, right? And one of the question is, when is this program starting, or has it started already? So this program is an online program that will always be available for you. So it is not a program that one day will just disappear. You always have this program available. Once you buy it, you have access to it for life. So you be on the group for life. You'll be able to ask messages for life. You will attend online group coaching for life, right? So anytime you join this program, you get access to all of the videos, the bonuses, everything for life. There's no come back tomorrow and then somebody's asking you to pay again. No, you get everything online for life. So what if you have a job or you're a busy student? Can you do this on the side? Yes, you can do it on the side, right? All you just need to do is to dedicate 2 hours every day, and I can promise you, you'll be proud of the results you get, right? And me that I'm speaking to you, I have a 9 to 5 job, and I have a very demanding boss, and I do this on the side, and I'm making extra income that I'm able to afford anything I want. So if you're a student or you even have a job, this is the best opportunity for you, because you don't need to spend so much time doing this. All you just need is 2 hours at least every month, and you are good, right? So what if you don't have an high income skills? So if you don't have an high income skills, if you cannot provide those services yourself, as I said before, like my own skill is marketing and branding. I'm the only skill I have is marketing and branding, but I do a lot of other jobs for businesses abroad. I help them with jobs, coding, websites, all of those things, and all of these projects are things that I don't even do myself. I just find people to do them, for me, and once they do them, I pay them, right? So um so let me show you one of the groups like that I manage with the freelancers. Let me show you. If you can see my screen, let me know if you can see my screen. So you see, yes, so see my so if you check on Google, look for the company called CareerCo. CareerCo is a UK is a Canadian company. Is a Canadian company in Canada. And so if you see my screen, you see that I have a group that I work with them. And so all the members of this group are my freelancers. They are people that work with me. All of this is the graphics designer, this is social media person that I hired for them. This is the content creator. All of these people are the ones providing the content, and basically they pay me and I do the work. I give these people to do this work. So I created this group specially for them, and I have other groups that I've created. So it's a Canadian company that I'm working with, and I'm making, money online with. So this is something that I'm actually doing, that I'm teaching you, and it's things that my students do as well. So I'm not coming to teach you something that I don't do, right? So all you need to know how to do is to communicate with your clients. That's all. You don't need to be the one to provide the services. All you need to do is to find people that will do them, put them in the group, right? Then communicate with your clients and pass the job to them, and they do it, and you keep the profit and share, pay your freelancers, and that's all, right? So you don't need to even have the skill yourself. All you just need to do is to get the people that can do it and outsource it to them, pay them, and keep the remaining profit, right? So some of you might be asking, are you going to pay anything else apart from the investment, the 35K you pay today? No, you're not going to pay anything. If you invest, that is it. There's no extra payment or any extra this thing. We are not selling any other thing to you. You're getting access to it for life, right? Um, Also, how long until you get your first client and start making money? I can tell you that you get your first clients in 4 weeks. If you're very hardworking, you can get it in 4 weeks or even less, right? And I have proof to back it up, right? So you don't need to spend all months doing this before you get your first client, right? So all you just need to do is to follow our instructions, and all of that. So do you need to get through every section of the program before you get your first client? No, you don't. You don't have to go through all the program before you get your first client. All you just need to do, you can jump to the money part and start making clients immediately, right? So can I guarantee that this program will work for you? Yes. And if you meet the criteria, like if you work hard, if you are not lazy, this will work for you, right? So remember what I said at the beginning, you don't have to wait for an emergency before you do something about your financial life, right? You don't have to wait until your loved one is sick and you just need 100K, 200K, 300K. At that point, you have already failed them, right? And I've seen this thing happen to a lot of people. They lose families and family members, friends, mothers, fathers to sickness, all because of 100K, 200K, 300K. You don't have to wait for that emergency before you do something about your life, right? And also, you just need one information to break through, to find your financial breakthrough. And you need to be ready to do whatever it takes when that information presents itself, right? So I've shown you an opportunity now that can change your life forever. I hope you make the choice that will be best for you and your loved one. Um, so this opportunity is only valid, till Saturday. So if you've not made your investment, if you've not made up your mind by Saturday, just forget about it, right? Anything after that is going to be closed. So I would advise you now to make your mind up. Decide, do you want to have a soft life? Do you want to have peace of mind to know that, whatever bill comes your way, whatever happens, nothing can shake you, right? Do you want to have that kind of peace of mind? Do you want to be that type of person that, you have the skills that you're able to make at least 1,700, $1,000 every month, or even at least $500 every month? Do you want to be that type of person, right? You need to make up your mind and you need to decide. And this is your opportunity that is knocking at your door right now. So make up your mind, decide, and this offer will be open until Saturday, 12 p.m. After that, we're going to close this for good, right? So if you've made up your mind, make the payment now to this account, make your payment of 35K to this account, and send the receipts to the admin of the WhatsApp group that you joined to join this call. So don't wait until a disaster happen. Don't wait until they call you as the first child, the first daughter, or the first son to come and save your loved one, and you're not able to do so. Take advantage of the opportunity that is in front of you right now. This kind of opportunities don't come every day, right? If you miss it now, you're going to end up paying more for it, and I don't want you to do so. So the offer is open. Make a payment now. Once you do so, send a message to the admin, send the receipt, and let them. And immediately you do that, they will immediately add you to the program. And as soon as you enter into the program, I can promise you your life will not remain the same. I'm giving you my 100% guarantee. If and if you do everything that you're told to do and you don't see any results, if you're not lazy, if you put in the work and you don't see any results, I my reputation is at stake. So I will do everything within my power to make sure that you see results. Even if I have to drag you to succeed, I will pull you. I will make sure that I follow up with you, make sure that you succeed. And if we do everything in our power and you don't succeed, come to me and I will return your money back to you, right? So this investment is just to weed out the unserious people. If you are serious about it and you want to change your financial situation, make the investment, make the transfer to this account now, and I will see you on the other side inside the program. Thank you all for joining this evening, and I look forward to seeing you in the program. Um, Make up your mind, decide what you want to do, decide if 2024 will be your year. We have less than 2 months in this year. So decide, it's not too late to make 2024 your year. Decide how you're going to end this year. Are you going to end it, good, or are you going to be the same in 2025? So thank you very, very much for joining, and I'll see you on the other side in the program. With that, I'll say good night and have a great one. We'll talk in the program. See you. Good night. Bye for now.